everyone, welcome to SJEC e-classes. Your learning is non-stop. If you're new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe. Today we are going to study The Merchant of Venice, Act 3, Scene 4. This is the part 1 of the video. The scene is set in Belmont, a room in Portia's house. The characters enter the scene are Portia, Nerissa, Lorenzo, Jessica and Balthazar. Balthazar is a servant of Portia. In terms of plot development, it is a very short scene, but a significant scene as Portia decides to cross dress in this scene. The decision not only affects the trial scene where Portia saves Antonio, but also leads to the ring episode. It is a short scene, but here we will see that how Portia decides and she comes up with a plan to save Antonio, to rescue Antonio from from the clutches of Shylock. Portia is a graceful character all throughout the play. But in the initial acts, we had seen that she was bound by her father's will. But now, as she is married to Bassanio in Act 3, Scene 2, they both were married, a man of her own liking. Now, her character has found its true manifestation. As now we can see that she is now more in command of the situation she is facing. She is not ready to sit back home and see what is happening around her. She wants to become the center of action. So, this is a short scene. We will see how Portia rescues her husband's dear friend. So, let's get started. Lorenzo, Madam, although I speak it in your presence, you have a noble and true conceit of godlike amity. So, what Lorenzo is saying that madam, although I am speaking it in front of you, I hope you don't mind, but you have a great understanding of true friendship, of heavenly friendship you have. A great understanding you have about it, which appears most strongly in bearing thus the absence of your Lord. So he is saying that you have a great understanding of friendship. How? As you have sent your newlywed husband to rescue a friend, although you yourself don't know who Antonio is, but still you have sent your husband. But in bearing thus the presence of your Lord, but if you knew to whom you sent, show this honor, how true a gentleman you sent relief, how dear a lover of my lord your husband, I know you would be prouder of the work than customary bounty can enforce you. Then Lorenzo is saying that you do a lot of generous deeds. But if you knew to whom you are sending relief this time, if you knew who Antonio is, what kind of a gentleman he is, and how dear friend he is to Bassanio, if you knew about all these things, if you knew how much Antonio loves Bassanio, then you would be much more prouder of what you have done now than you are of your usual acts of generosity. Then Portia says, I never did repent for doing good, nor shall not now, for in companions that do converse and waste the time together. Portia is saying that I have not even once regretted for doing something good, nor shall I now. Then she is talking about people who are friends. She says two people or two friends who talk and spend time together, whose souls do bear an equal yoke of love. There must be needs a like proportion of lineaments, of manners, and of spirit, which makes me think that this Antonio. Now, what she is saying that two people, two friends who spent a lot of time together talking, wasting time by talking, caring for each other. So they are supposed to be, their souls are supposed to be bound by the bond of love. So, and when their souls are bound, then their characteristics, their manners, means they are similar in a lot of things. Their traits become common. Their temper becomes common. Their manners become same. So now what she is saying that she now thinks that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my lord, must needs be like my lord. What she is saying that Antonio, who is a very close and a very dear friend of my lord Bassanio, he must be just like my lord. How little is the cost I have bestowed in purchasing the semblance of my soul from out the state of hellish cruelty. Now, what she is saying that if it is so, if Antonio is like my lord and they are similar to each other, then how little of a cost I am paying to redeeming him from the hellish misery. She is calling him the likeness of my soul, the semblance of my soul. The idea was at that time that the people who are close friends, their soul look alike, and the people who are in love, who are lovers, their soul are also alike. That is, if Antonio and Bassanio are true friends, their soul must be alike, and as Portia and Bassanio are lovers, their soul also must be alike. That is why Portia is saying that Antonio must be the semblance of my own soul. And she's saying that I have paid a very little amount to rescue him. Then she says, this comes too near the praising of myself. Therefore, no more of it. Here other things. Then she is saying that now it appears that I am flattering my own self. It appears that I am self praising myself. So let's stop here. And instead of this, let's talk about something other important things. The Lorenzo, I commit into your hands the husbandry and manage of my house until my Lord's return. For mine own part, I have toward heaven breathed a secret vow to live in prayer and contemplation. Now, Portia is putting a request in front of Lorenzo and Jessica. She's saying that I have a request to you, Lorenzo. The care and management, the responsibility of my house, I'm bestowing it upon you until my Lord returns. As she has made a promise, as she has made a secret vow to God to spend her days in prayer and contemplation until her Lord returns. She wants to pray, she wants to go and pray in front of God so that her husband and his friend can come back safely. Then she says, only attended by Nerissa here until her husband and my lord's return. There is a monastery 2 miles off. Now, what she is saying that until and unless my Lord returns, I will remain in prayer and contemplation, and I will be attended only by Nerissa there until her husband and my Lord Bassanio will return. She says there is a monastery 2 miles off, and there will we abide. I do desire you not to deny this imposition, the which my love and some necessity now lays upon you. Then she says that there is a monastery that is 2 miles away from this place, from my house, and I request you to please not refuse this request. And I hope you can understand this, and out of love and necessity, you can accept this responsibility and take care of the household until I return. So now Portia has already come up with the plan, but the excuse she is putting in front of Lorenzo and Jessica is that she is going to pray in the monastery that is 2 miles off, and she will be only attended by Nerissa over there. Lorenzo, Madam, with all my heart I shall obey you in all fair commands. He says that, Madam, with all my heart, I will obey whatever you are commanding me. I will accept your request and I'll take care of the household. Portia, my people do already know my mind and will acknowledge you and Jessica in place of Lord Bassanio and myself. And so farewell till we shall meet again. Portia says that my staff already know what my plans are, and until me and my lord returns, you will be the master of this house. So please take care of the house till we meet again. I will just say farewell to you both. Lorenzo, fair thoughts and happy hours attend on you. Lorenzo says, may you have pleasant thoughts and happy hours until you come back. Jessica, I wish your ladyship all heart's content. Jessica says, I wish your ladyship the fulfillment of your heart's desire. Whatever you are desiring, whatever you have to pray, let it be fulfilled. Portia, I thank you for your wishes and am well pleased to wish it back on you. Fare you well, Jessica. She says, "Thank you for all the good wishes you are giving to me, and I wish you the same." And she bids them goodbye. So, this is the end of part 1 of the video. Please keep watching so that you can be updated to the syllabus. We will stop here, and in the next video, the scene will continue. Thank you for watching.